450L. Me and my buddy just went and picked up 2 of these about 3 weeks ago, and we're loving it so far. We're coming from, here, I'll show you the other bikes right now that we're working with. Hopefully you can see that. I can't really see the screen. That's his 450L. He's got some mods on there. He's already got the grip frame rails, seat concept seat. He's got the Zeta heel guard. Can't tell if that's overexposed or not. The sun's so bright out here in Florida. And he's got some Pro Taper pillow tops on here. And then he took my throttle tamer, G2 Throttle tamer, which actually makes a big difference. He just changed the bar pad. He deleted his mirrors, and he's got the works connection rear caliper guard right there. And he's got the works connection rear brake reservoir, sorry, and then the works connection rear caliper guard. And he's got a bunch more mods for it. He balled out a little more, or a lot more than I did, but we throwing some Grom content on here too. This is my Grom 2018. It's got some mods. We'll touch base on this on later videos, and then that's his. But we'll make some Grom content. But for right now, we're just gonna be sticking with the 450L for right now, because it's still fresh to us, and we have some pretty big adventures planned for it in the upcoming months. So Yoshimura RS4 pipe, the full exhaust. It's beautiful. It's gonna shed a lot of weight. You can just tell. It's definitely quality. This was, I'm not sure if that's the assembly date, but 6/28. So this thing's pretty fresh. Here's the header right here. And then I got the little mid-pipe section here. And then I got the JD's jet kit, or basically just a fuel programmer. Should help the lean conditions that these bikes have from the factory and the OEM state. These things are super lean when you first get them. Cause this for emissions, to make it 50 state legal, I'm sure California had a lot to do with it. Florida's not really huge on emissions, but it does have a CAD in there. It's super restrictive, the pipe, and super lean to pass emissions. And you can tell, man, this thing, it runs pretty hot, and kind of backfires a lot. But from what I understand, the backfiring is a lean condition, but it's also part of the air injection on this bike. So hopefully when I install the Yoshi full exhaust and then that jet kit, we can kind of fix that lean condition and get it running more fat and rich. So I'm going to be doing a thorough install on this. Dang, this thing's fogging up on me. Sorry guys. Thorough install on this. Show you guys the issues that I'm going to run into, because I've already know what I'm going to run into. So let's get it. Let's put this exhaust on and see how. So got everything disconnected. I'll move this light for you guys so you can see better. Okay, so both with the FMF and the Yoshimura, you can keep the stock thermostat. God, I can't remember the name of the company. I'll post a link of it. But you can delete this thermostat. You can delete the air injection, cap it off at the air box. I might do all this in the future, most likely. I'm trying to stay within my warranty. That's why I ended up just going with the JDs as opposed to going with the Vortex for now. But I do 100% plan on going with the Vortex later on down the road. But yeah, you can delete the thermostat, and then there's a clean block off plate where you can also keep the stock temperature sensor on there, and then it just reroutes, keeps your stock lines and reroutes them. And then you can get rid of your charcoal canister and then your oil catch can back there. Pretty much get rid of all your junk. But yeah, that's just something to keep in mind. Also, if you delete this, I believe you can run an R exhaust with a little modification. I'm pretty sure. So that's just something you can do. Yeah, she's all off. I'm about to unbox the header over there, get it out of the plastic, put some gloves on, and fit that header and see how she's looking here. Yeah, so you can see how this through bolts right here, and this piece right here mounts up right there. I wish that would, but basically, okay, there we go. Basically, through bolts right there, so you can add some washers to space that pipe out right there and keep it away off that number plate. So I'm gonna run it just right up against that plate and trim my number plate and see if that works. That's really how I would like to do it, because I don't want to put any stress on this header. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that and we'll see how it goes. Alright guys, so unfortunately in this Florida heat, this Sony camera is overheating on me. So just got her cooled down, got everything all bolted up, got the springs on, the flange there, headers on, this springs with this. So out of all the 4 springs, if you do end up getting this pipe, the longest spring goes on this piece here. And then got the muffler mounted. I am so freaking hype on this. Look at that thing. Woo. Beautiful. Got the spacer right here in place. Come on, focus for me. There we go. Yep, got the spacer in place. Everything's tight. Just gonna wipe the whole exhaust down with alcohol, because my legs and stuff did touch it. Putting it on. Everything's solid tight. And then we'll do our first start. See how this thing sounds. I am freaking excited. Oh yeah. First start with the full Yoshimura RS4 450L. is loud, I won't lie about that. You can see where it actually melted that whole pipe right there. So he just came and trimmed it, just like I'm about to do, out to the top edge. And he trimmed it right there. You can see where he trimmed it, just like that. Looks pretty clean, not bad. You can also space it out with some washers, like I was saying. I know I said that like 20 times already, but just trim it right there. So that's what we're gonna do. See how it turns out. Sloped it down right there real gradual and came right here straight across, basically taking this bottom edge off right there. So just gonna smooth this out. I try to do a nice clean gradual slope right there. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up just a hair. I think it looks pretty good the way it is, but I'll clean it up just a little bit and do a little test fit and see if it's better. Okay, so right here I start going into the install of the JD's tuner. I got everything installed as you'll see in the video, hooked up and everything. I guess I had a defective unit. Whenever you start the bike, it's supposed to be solid green on number 1 and solid blue on number 8, and mine was just flashing green on both 1 and 8. And at the time my buddy actually had a JD's kit as well, a tuner, a new one. So I used his, and I can actually tell when it kicked on, his was solid green on 1 and solid blue on 8 like it's supposed to be. And I can actually hear that the bike was running way different with his, so something was definitely up with it. I reached out to JD's, they took great care of me, swapped me out a new unit, probably like 3-day turnaround, so not too bad. This is what it is, stuff happens, so no complaints there. They took care of me, got me that new unit, like I said, and it ran good. I mean, a few little things here and there, which I'll touch base on probably in a follow-up video, but I've done about 1,000 miles on the JD's, and since then I've done a lot of different things on the L, so stay tuned for the follow-up videos. I'll post a video or in the description the settings that I use, because I went through a lot of different numbers with the RS4 and kind of found out what works best. And then I also post my buddy's FMF numbers, because we kind of dialed that in over time, because he's had it on for about, he's only had his on for about maybe 400 miles or so. But yeah, just stay tuned, and you'll see in the video where it cuts out where I realize it doesn't work. So I just wanted to touch base on this to tell you guys what went on. So yeah, let's get to it. Right here there's like a stud that comes through the subframe, and you can actually take that nut off and run your ground right there. You definitely want to hook up your ground first before your injectors. It clearly states that in the instructions, and I did do that. So before anyone says that, I did put the ground on first. Right here I run it on the front side of that stud. I actually ended up pushing that stud out and running it on the back side, and then tucking all that excess ground wire on the back side and in the number plate, which I'll run over in a different video, because I actually don't have any footage of me tucking all the wiring in, because I kind of got a little frustrated when it didn't work. So I'll run a video back on how we tucked in all the wiring, because my buddy still has the JD's on his bike all tucked in, so I'll show you guys what it looks like in a follow-up video. But yeah, you can see right there where I hooked up the ground, and then next I'm going to jump into hooking up the injector, and that'll pretty much be it for this video. Like I said,
I'll post the numbers that I used for the Yoshi and then his exhaust, the FMF. And look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. We're definitely going to be pushing a lot more content. I'm going to strive to make this big jump for 2020 and just push a lot of 450L content, adventure content, just lifestyle, everything. So look forward to making this journey with you guys. So see ya.
And roll my back and pull it off. I've already disconnected it. So on what it looks like on the instructions, just going on a limb here. The gray on the JDs goes to the gray on the stock harness, and then the black jumper goes into the injector. So maybe not. It's actually the other way around, guys, because that's a female, so obviously there's only one way this can go. So that goes, the black goes into the stock harness connector, and then this gray one goes into the injector. The JD's gray one, not the stock, obviously. Go ahead and put that on the injector. And here's your little unit. I'm gonna go and put this behind the number plate, so I'll get you guys reset up on that other side.